So also in that respect, let's take a look at the army status first here and see how we are doing on that area. So we have 100 gold currently. We of course have to, in addition to the purchase / upgrade of troops, we have to remember that all the volunteers will go home once the island has been finished, so we have a deficit of units to fill up after winning the final battle. So we have to remember that though we get more gold once we win the final battle, there is also the overall issue with that we need to get more troops to continue on to the next island. So in that respect we most probably should look at applying maybe a few upgrades and then replacing, for example, the mechanical units that have like life 2, in which case we should, because they have no experience either, we should simply disband them and purchase a new one, because at only 7 they are pretty disposable. Here we have life 6 and here we have 10, so we should most probably also replace the one at 6 life, because they neither have any experience. So let's buy another one. The good thing with these is that they are disposable. So now that we have replaced the pretty disposable mechanical units, we can, for example, consider upgrading the rest of the heavy infantry, and we have 2 units to buy. So let's upgrade these 2 and then look at buying a couple more. So it might be good to have, for example, skirmisher, which is pretty low cost, and maybe also purchase one more archer, or possibly try the mechanical heavy cavalry in that respect. And then we would have a full army going towards the final confrontation with the Shadow Wizard. So let's purchase the steam fant, which is also kind of interesting concept. The mastodon or elephant with the armored cabin and equipped with gun on either side. So let's purchase one of them, and then we have a full army for the final confrontation. So let's get ready to then face the Aelcar the Shadow Wizard the final time on this island. Aelcar the Shadow Wizard has pulled his forces back and is stuck in heavily at his citadel of Necrofish, as well as Ferncraft and Ridgeview. However, he is cut off from any reinforcements from the Shadow Lord, and his economy has been thoroughly crushed. So, like a cornered demon, he is still sure to fight with a vicious desperation, but at least we now should have a bit easier fight, because we did all the side battles the previous time first. 1 or 2 deployment areas too, and let's see how they are. So here we have a road leading to Temple of Mordos, and then from there we can move towards the hard going. Like, yeah, we have the citadel is at the mountain and is in also surrounded by mountains and the rough land in the front. So one issue will be passing terrain, but here is not optimal to move to, because we have to go more or less like by the mountain pass and or through the mountain, but it's not much better from up here from the Ridgeview. We have to also take Ridgeview, and do we have to take also Ferncraft? Yes, so we have to take also all 3 villages, and compared to that we may note that Brentwood or Hoagrove do not matter to us, because they are target villages for the opposing side, so we can't lose by having those taken, so we do not need to expend resources at defending these two. In turn, opponent has to defend all of these, so we also have Hornsfell Barrow, like a cave to explore, which may or may not have any good effect, so let's put some units at least down south. And otherwise mostly up north, let's again make sure that we can get the artillery moving quickly also. And yes, hello to the viewer also. Welcome to the stream. So we should then conclude deployment phase and start combat proper. 12 turns, so we can't get stuck too long in the mountainous location / rough in front of the citadel of Necrofish. That's pretty much the only very considerable issue here, that we have to make sure to not get bogged down too much. Alright, 5. Oh, there was an archer, no wonder. We already see the opponent, so we can move and shoot. No defensive fire as the archer is there, so already got rid of the skeletons. Now we have to mind the archer, but we can also adapt the siege engine immediately for 10, so that was pretty good too. That we can do much with the bombardier yet, but hello to the viewer, welcome to the stream. So let's see about, we do not have that much that wouldn't have moved, so let's conclude the turn. And again whirlwind for the flying units as usual. Was pretty lucky attack also, like directly surrender. Otherwise no major damage, so, and we can attack the archer also here, so Alright, and let's also move this preferably to rest the coming turn. The earlier unfortunate attack with the archers providing defensive fire, so again these should also rest. With the whirlwind, the bombardiers do not last very long, unfortunately. Move these to rest. Attack the archer here, move these to rest. To attack the siege engine again, though not for much effect. These can now rest directly. And move these to rest. And mostly everything has moved, so conclude turn. The Hydra is pretty gnar, I have to say. Let's see how the Hydra looks like. Yes, it's very Hydra-like, nice reptile, multiple heads, and it certainly seemed pretty unpleasant in combat. Attack 17, alright, attacks 12, so it's not exactly the easiest opponent ever. Would be nice to be able to do something about the gargoyles, but it's not very easy to keep your sides air units alive with the constant whirlwind casting. Right, got rid of the archer, which is good. Attack the Hydra at least. 2 damage. 10 would be pleased to rest these, but we have the issue with the... At least we can rest the... Rest the sky or the bombardier here. Can't still do much about the gargoyles, so let's rather move here then. Let's see if we can attack them with the artillery. Yes, at least some damage. Let's rest the Dragon Lord. this is a mechanical unit, so doesn't really matter. Let's move them out of the way though and keep moving with the other units as practicable. Yeah, we can flank these a bit by also coming up from the south with a few units. And mostly everything has moved, so let's conclude turn. The usual whirlwind. Move these out of the way and try to attack the siege engine. And the Hydra. Rest. At least that attack did something. And now we again have the Dragon Lord also usable, so let's at least move them closer to possibly try and do something with the enemy air component. Here we also see a special unit defending the Citadel of Necrophies proper. Hello new viewer, welcome to the stream. Cragwar the demon spawn, kind of like a special unit, unique, do believe, to this scenario, and he's actually like would cost 118 gold if you purchased him like normally, which is pretty much cost of pretty nice army almost. And he has only 10 life, but then in turn 100 experience, 10 attacks, 24 melee, so 22 armor, 90 magic defense, so he's pretty tough though, only a single unit, so rid of the spellcasters, also good. Let's conclude turn. And whirlwind. Only 1 damage, fortunately. Losses here have been certainly mounting, but there's pretty much as many enemy units as possible, pretty much this scenario, so that does away with that. cavalry. And also gradually starting to make progress fortunately, despite mounting losses, have also made some pretty good progress. Let's move here to try and take care of the enemy air component. See, has anything been left? Let's again try and attack the siege engine. And now these can rest. And these can also rest, fortunately. Doesn't seem we have, and these would like to rest, but do think we can, yes, have the enemy air, so let's move them here. And conclude turn. And the usual whirlwind fun damage, fortunately. Somehow it seems the enemy effectiveness here has increased considerably. Let's try to deal with the Hydra. Great. And rest here. Take the temple. So we interrupted conjurers trying to raise dead warriors. Conjurers come out, but we also found some treasure, so alright. And rest these. These won't even benefit, so let's move out. That at least did something for the enemy air component. We just have to hope that all of these do not attack Malric. Would be nice to keep him, so let's do a quick save here and see how that goes. Otherwise, do think everything has moved, so conclude turn. The usual whirlwind. At least they had enough archers, like 2 archers per defensive fire. rest these and keep moving. This would be nice to rest. Let's try to shoot the air. Great. Shot them down with an archer. Let's rest here and otherwise keep moving. And let's also rest the Dragon Lord. It looks like we have everything moved, so let's conclude turn. Weakness, alright. 6 damage, ouch. That was quite better go with the weakness. Fortunately, otherwise no too bad attacks. Let's rest here. Rest here. Keep attacking the feet and good. And rest here. No benefit from rest, so press on. And here let's see if we can do something especially about air units. Quite a few units also here, and we need to take grid view at some point, so and conclude turn. Fortunately, zero damage from the well. Also, the enemy air is not doing too well. Alright, not going to be easy at all as noted that this one is much harder to fight. Three turns left, so very probably is not going to succeed yet on the first try. Yeah, pretty certainly not going to succeed here yet. We are going to get pretty close, but there's huge amount of units comparatively left. These are pretty much in no condition to do much anything. Last turn, and it's not very probable we are dislodging. We would still need to dislodge Driver here, so considering that he's pretty tough, not going to happen. So we most certainly are not winning here yet. So let's see about loading the earlier game and see about whether we can do something about the army. First of all, we most probably would need more air capacity, so in that respect would note that the air unit prices are huge. It's like, yes, you can get like same sprite, either silver or bronze, and then it's either mechanical or organic, and it's not very good situation, like 10, 13 melee value, and here we have 9 only for 68, so it's like this has 10 and then it's only, so comparatively it's not very good situation for acquiring much more air capability, so I would think that let's buy one extra air unit and then otherwise replace only the worst with the 2 life. And maybe replace it even in preference with the swordsman. And then probably prefer quality over quantity and buy another swordsman, so we have somewhat more heavy infantry. Then we can try again, which is pretty much with 40 minutes on the stream we will have another try at this, and then we probably need to think what else we could do differently. The second island is much harder comparatively. I do not think we have made any fatal mistake with the army composition, but it simply the final battle especially requires quite good moves also, so let's try again. And do we really want to deploy much here when we compare the situation? Both the key villages are here, and here we mostly can move quickly to the temple, which is not that good, and we can flank from here to Ferncroft, but it is also of limited value, so let's deploy everything in the north and see how that works for our situation. Alright, and that concludes deployment. And now we remember there may be defensive fire. Not in this case though, so... There we have the archers. So now we have to mind the defensive fire also. Everything has moved, so let's conclude the first turn and see if it goes much better. And the usual whirlwind, right, 5. The concentrated attacks can be an issue. Like attack the same unit 5 times, there will be trouble. Alright, got rid of the archer, which makes life easier for us. And let's immediately rest the Sky Hunter. That was not like the most effective beginning ever with them, but what can you do? Let's try to bombard the Hydra. It was pretty nice, 5 damage for the Hydra. We immediately got rid of the Hydra, which is really nice. At least this far the attack has gone much more nicely with effective Schwerpunkt, as it might be said fancily, or the point of maximum effort, theoretically, that we have actually concentrated the forces very nicely. So the split deployment may have been kind of a problem also. We then also of course need to move both out here and to the citadel, but it's still a better situation than if we would be moving from here and taking losses also there. So do think that we may just do better this time, especially as it's not meaningful for the enemy either, that village. So, and whirlwind time, that didn't go very well. The overall situation with the air units tends to be always problematic. Let's withdraw them to rest and move in new units here. Archer on Archer, not quite successful yet. Let's keep fighting the air units and withdraw these to rest also. Tigatron, thank you for the follow. So let's go siege engine on siege engine like that, and then move to hopefully get rid of it and rid of the archer. Even with defensive fire, pretty good result. Let's rest here and keep going. Rest here and try to attack the air with the archer. Alright, some damage, so not too bad, and rest here. do think pretty much everything has moved, so let's conclude turn. Ah, thank you for the follow, Riley. Alright, getting pushed back a bit, but not yet as fatal as it started to be the previous time. Rest here, and move more troops in. Rest here. And got rid of the spellcasters. Good. Rest here. And even yeeted those with the artillery. Alright, defensive fire, so we need to... And rest here. Alright, Mallory got 5, so would prefer to also rest. Now we can also rest the Bombardier, though they haven't been very useful. Here we have kind of an issue. Edge of the map and the swamp, so can't really move out to rest. Alright, may have to take the loss there. Alright, and pretty much everything has moved, so let's conclude turn. Fireball, only 1 damage though. Right, let's move these to rest. And get rid of the archers, there we go. Rest here. Very good for the artillery also. Rest the Dragon Lord. Now we even might get something out of the bombard. So let's bombard the archers. That didn't go too well either, but at least we have other troops to move in. There we go. These would not benefit too much from rest, so let's move them to support in the north and conclude turn. Some attacks, but still not quite as catastrophic as the earlier situation. Right, let's move out with the officer to rest and also rest the archer and move against the air unit again. Rest here. Rest here and go siege engine on siege engine also. See if we can bombard them. Only one, so not quite winning with that yet. Ah, hello Luna. Great to have you here. And not moving this out of the key town to make sure we are keeping it. But this attack with the more defined point of effort has been going much better. Oh, no problem at all, Luna. It's great to have you watching. This is most probably also the viewer record for the retro strategy, so great also in that respect. Let's keep pushing and see if we can do better this time. The previous one was kind of a washout. The split deployment didn't really do us any favors. Yay Riley, thanks for watching. I think 2 major on the attacks, a few kind of like the rough terrain here is really costly. Alright, got rid of the siege engine, which is good. We can move these faster with the force march also, which is nice for overcoming some of the rough terrain. Let's keep attacking the air. We've got rid of the giants here, which is good. We can move further to the town proper. See if we can take out the skeleton. Alright, and mostly everything moved. The famous Bombardier. Let's move them to try and rest. It's not really a success with the air units still, but it's better than the previous time in any case. So let's conclude turn. Only halfway to the battle, and we have already done much more than the previous time. Defensive fire at least helped a bit. And rest here. Rest. Yeah, this is a pretty nice game and surprisingly good for the mid-1990s, so certainly a very nice game, would also agree. So got rid of those and now can move further with some troops at least. And can again also use force march for a bit more movement. And rest these, good. Rest also these. And try to keep moving. Here we also can hopefully make things happen. Yes. And can we do something useful? Yes, we can attack the enemy air component. 6, that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, do not think we have an archer to complete. We can attack the healers here. Mostly everything has moved, so let's conclude turn. Panic. Hopefully nothing panics. And weakness. Only 1 damage, fortunately. Rest here, good, and we can again try to move against things. Got rid of the healers, good. And can rest these. We can try to get rid of the enemy air there. And here we are already getting towards trying to dislodge the rest of the resistance here. Let's get the archer up for help. And now we mostly have to dislodge these in the remaining turns. Here we already control also ridge view, so it's mostly now up to taking the citadel, as we have kept our positions secure here, so not much else to move. Mass heal. Alright, let's cast that. Maybe it helped a bit. And to conclude turn. 4 turns to take the citadel, which would seem quite possible. Whirlwind. Again the enemy air. Alright, let's see how that goes. Let's do a fast save and again panic. Fortunately, we are mostly only fighting to take the citadel now. Tripwire goes there, so we get to march into the citadel. And now immediately we are certainly taking the surrender, so we take no further losses elsewhere. Aelcar the Shadow Wizard tries to flee the castle as you breach its walls, to no avail. In his treasure you find a Staff of Winds and 250 gold. Again, we do not have too much gold comparatively, and volunteers leave the army, so let's see. We won certainly, but let's see in what kind of shape we are for the third island with Aelcar the Snake, which is actually rather demanding opponent. So we do have like Shadow Lord greatly discomfited by continued victories. And then we indeed do have the Aelcar the Snake against us with vast resources to recapture. And this is in general much more demanding again than the second island. So we have to stop him before his invasion force sails to the first island. So this will be quite demanding. It's bigger, it has more battles, and in general the snake is quite demanding. So we save game in any case, which is useful even if we are in somewhat poor shape, we at least know. So we have 151 gold, which is pretty nice. Let's see, we do not have any major research progress yet on new units, but we have to buy 11 units, which is kind of potentially doable, because we get bigger army, but also B, we took some losses and all the volunteers went home, so it's kind of like 11 units for 150 gold is doable, but the quality will suffer to a degree when we think about that we get for 7 we get the basic mechanical heavy infantry, and if we consider we buy them for like 11 units is already 77, so comparatively we have to be pretty efficient to get close to a full army with some useful unit types. Fortunately we do also have some at least somewhat experienced units, and we have to be careful also in the sense to not build too specialized army, because actually the AI is able to build much better and considerably stronger units if AI detects that you have a very specialized army. With an hour on the stream and having made it through the second island, do think that I'm going to call it here and thank all the viewers and new followers for watching, as we actually succeeded at beating Aelcar the Shadow Wizard, though we are in quite interesting situation to try and continue on the third island, like by 11 units with 151 gold, which is still within the realm of possibility, but not resulting in the best possible units yet. We have two choices also where to go, the Asphead Mountains and Black Moon Fens. We will look more into that in the next stream with this game, which probably, considering also that this one is now on vacation, so very probably will be doing also this game during the week. Tomorrow most probably will be doing Diablo again, so I'll see you tomorrow evening. Oh, Luna, thank you for watching, and see you all tomorrow.